rules that we want to adhere to so we can have our broadcast be more clear.
Bueno, a pesar de que esta es una sala pequeñita, a todos les queremos mucho y apreciamos la presencia de los padres aquí esta noche, pero para poder llevar a cabo esta transmisión queremos informarles que tenemos cámaras, una cámara allá atrás, otra cámara en el costado, y que si acaso no tuvieran cupo dentro de esta sala, tenemos una sala contigua al fondo del pasillo y queremos que esto se lleve de ciertas reglas a las cuales queremos que nos adhieramos para que esta transmisión se lleve a cabo sin problema.
We are going to be taking pictures of your beautiful children who are going to be performing and opening up the board meeting. So we are going to be taking pictures, professional pictures, and also it is going to be on the video that you will be able to view tomorrow on our district webpage. If you have any issues about that, you can contact me. But we do ask for a couple of rules. You can definitely, on your iPhones or your Droids or any kind of phone you have, you can take pictures of the students. We just ask that you put the sound down because it does interrupt with the flow of the broadcast meeting.
Y estaremos tomando fotos, lo mismo que video profesional de sus niños hermosos que tendrán esta presentación esta tarde. Y bueno, definitivamente ustedes también son bienvenidos a tomar video, a tomar fotos con sus teléfonos, ya sea su teléfono inteligente, su Android. Simplemente les pedimos que por favor le pongan en silenciador o en vibrador para que no interrumpan la transmisión.
We do ask that during the broadcast this door stays closed and those two doors remain open.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
I know it.
We can find out.
Is Armida here? Is there an Armida here? Armida?
You're over there chuckling that I'm over here trying to get my tail out of the fire. It was in my folder for some reason. I started opening it and I seen your name. So two-minute warning. Good evening, one and all. It's 7 p.m. and we are back out of closed session. So can I have a motion and a second to adjourn closed session, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And vote by board members.
Aye.
Thank you. Open session reconvened. It is 7 p.m. Motion and a second on, let's see, for the agenda, basically. But I do have a readout.
Now we have a report out of closed session?
Yes.
This is the open session.
We haven't.
Okay, this is part of closed session. Okay.
Yeah. It's to reconvene open session.
Okay, it's actually a motion and a second to adopt the agenda, so we can actually move through it. Before that, we do have a poll, and we are pulling the name Gloria Suarez, off of item J.2.1, something we had to report out tonight. And then, other than that, we move on. A motion and a second to adopt the agenda, please.
Mr. Martinez,
Wait, wait.
we also have a field trip item that needs to be removed from the agenda.
Okay, an item? Oh, that's item G3. I'm
G2.
sorry. Okay, thank you very much. I have that over at G3. Okay, so we also have G3 being pulled, and then we can adopt the agenda.
I'm sorry, there was a first and a second to adjourn, close?
Yes, that was
Did we roll
to,
call- Did we vote on that?
yes. Mm-hmm.
But we
Yes,
didn't
sec-
reconvene. open
Secretary, please. Yes, and that's basically what we're doing.
Oh,
Open
okay, so-
session, reconvening. There
I make
we
a
are.
motion to reconvene. open
Thank you very
session.
much.
Second.
And your vote, please.
Aye.
Aye. And that's 7:02. Okay. Now, good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. Tonight, to open our first school board meeting of 2018, led by their teacher, Miss Marcela Garcia, we have a selection of Fitzgerald Elementary School transitional kindergarten students who will recite the pledge and then entertain us with a Sesame Street song, What We Are Anthem.
They're like, I'm not coming in.
So we're gonna do the pledge of allegiance first, my friends, so we're gonna tell everyone. Nice and loud. Please stand up. And then raise your right hand. What do we do with our right hand? Put it over our heart, and we are turning towards the flag. And what do we tell everyone? Ready? Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you. So, Mrs. Garcia's class from Fitzgerald will be singing What I Am.
If what I am is what's in me, then I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me, I admit. I have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. I'ma keep my head up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is awful. And what I am is physical. What I am is smart. What I am is brave. And what I am is and what I am is sure. There's nothing I can't achieve because in myself I believe in love. Gonna keep on getting up high. Keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, just keep getting stronger. Ain't nothing gonna bring us down. Never giving up, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is what I am is what I am is what I am is what you are is what you are is there's nothing I can't achieve because in myself I believe in you. Gonna hold my head up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna stop, I'll keep getting stronger. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Never give it up, gotta go. Yeah, I'll keep getting stronger.
Take a bow.
board and superintendent also thanks our Fitzgerald parents, teacher, Miss Garcia, principal, Mrs. Jackson, and staff for being here tonight. That is by far the best part of the board meeting. No question. Okay, report out of closed session. Dr. Avila?
Thank you, President Martinez. We have several items. First, the Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Angela Brantley as lead student services agent. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Paola Lopez, coordinator special education. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Reginald Thomas Jr., instructional specialist. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Adrienne Alcantar, instructional specialist. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the request for leave of absence for classified employee number 1511338, January 16, 2018 through April 16, 2018. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the request for a leave of absence extension for employee 1036218, January 29th, 2018 through July 29th, 2018. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education denied the request for a leave of absence for classified employee number 1802338, January 11, 2018 through February 12, 2018. The roll call vote was unanimous. And the Board of Education denied the request for a leave of absence extension for classified employee number 1159528, January 27, 2018 through June 1st, 2018. The roll call vote was unanimous. That is all.
Thank you, Dr. Avila. Okay, as we adopt the, special pen. We aren't busy up here. It's one of the duties that we do behind the scenes. We have diplomas to sign. So we do that in our spare time. Okay, adoption of the agenda. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. Preferential vote by student board member.
Okay.
That's fine. I like that. Okay, vote by board members.
For the record,
Aye.
did you want to state what items were taken off again?
Okay, for the record, pull item G3 and pull item J21, just the name Gloria Suarez. That's Gloria Suarez is being pulled off J21, and we are pulling entirely item G3. Okay, vote by board members, please.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay, presentations. Please join me up at the podium. Yes. Rialto Unified School District has a rich tradition in making sure that students are represented well through ASB in schools and DSAC and student board members at the district level. This school year, it is Myler High School's turn to select a school board member. In the beginning of the school year, Myler students selected Keon Collins. Keon graduated in December. Today, we introduce to you Eric Herrera. Eric was born in Baldwin Park, but grew up in Chino and Rialto. He attended Hugh Banks Elementary School and Cusera Middle School. He also has a sister who attended Cusera and stepbrother out of state. Eric is a sports fan, specifically basketball and football. All right. He's a Laker fan, but favorite player is Steph Curry. When Eric attended Carter High School in his journalism class, he fell in love with photography. After graduating, he said he will be interested in pursuing photography and join the Navy, which he feels will give him a better sense of direction. Welcome aboard, Eric.
Thank you.
We have tonight we do have the oath of office. Okay, please stand. You are. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Eric Herrera, solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, the United States of America, and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America and of the State of California, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties about which you are about to enter. Response?
I do.
Excellent. With this oath, you are now seated officially as a student board member of the Rialto Unified School District. Again, welcome on board.
Thank you.
I would like to introduce from Rialto High, Adriana Magana. From Eisenhower High School, Eric Baez. From Myler High School, Ryan Vasquez. And from finally from Carter High School, Kashmila Ali.
Welcome. These are our DSAC members. So, Eric, you introduce them one at a time. You haven't gone through the routine. So we'll start here.
That's okay.
Excellent. That's energy.
All
You
right.
have your own mic. You have your own microphone now too. So
Okay.
right there.
All right.
Welcome.
Happy New Year and good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. My name is Adriana Magana, and I am the proud ASB president of Rialto High School. Our Knights are excited to continue being successful during second semester and to finish the school year strong. Our winter sports are now Our winter sports are now in league play with basketball, soccer, and wrestling, all working hard to make playoffs and represent that night pride. Our cheerleading squad continues to dominate as they took first place at regionals this past weekend. They qualified to compete at nationals and will also go for their third state championship on January 20th. Great job, ladies. We are proud of our January Kiwanis Students of the Month, Jacqueline Ochoa and Esther Navarez, as well as our own Miss Bunger, who you awarded with the key to the district last month. We love working with Miss Bunger and are so grateful for all she continues to do for our school and students. Our Winter Wishes campaign was a great success with the entire campus participating in a canned food drive, clothing drive, community service projects, and by granting wishes students made for others, like their classmates and families. We look forward to making this an annual tradition. I am excited to inform you of some great upcoming events. Our school continues our season of service this month by organizing a campus cleanup day later this month. We are hosting a welcome back to second semester school dance next Friday with both a DJ and a norteño. Our winter prep rally will take place on January 29th, and our winter blood drive is January 31st. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on our campus and at our events. Have a great evening.
Okay, now the next name.
From Eisenhower High School, Eric Baez.
Welcome.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. I am Eric Paez, the proud president of Eisenhower High School. EHS is proud of what we have accomplished during December. As a part of our season of service, we hosted a toy drive and were able to donate enough toys to help the City of Rialto, Toys for Tots, and Loma Linda Children's Hospital. On top of that, EHS also had to go back and raise enough money to cover the preschool programs at Dunn Elementary for Sold Out for Kids program. We are expected We are expecting the shoes to come in and be distributed during the month of February. We couldn't be more excited. Our fine arts programs were hard at work. We were so excited to host both Dr. Avila and Miss O'Kelly at our choir show. We hope you both enjoyed it. In addition to our choir show, our Pacific Islanders hosted a show, and so did our band. Our drama production performed House of Blue Leaves, and I am proud to report that I really enjoyed the play. We have many plans for the month of January. Our speech and debate team hosts their second annual tournament this Saturday. As a part of our season of service, we are excited to host our Dude Be Nice Week, where we will acknowledge those who go above and beyond to show kindness. We will have a week of activities during lunch. We are proud to host our assembly and winter formal at the end of the month, themed A Night on Broadway. Our Leadership Development Day, our student leadership group will be heading to Frisbee at the end of the month and host a Leadership Development Day that we have created on our own with hopes to make the transition to becoming an Eagle leader a little easier. I am excited to report these things to you. We hope you are all well and hope to see you at our events. Thank you. I also passed around a calendar and a pen for you guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Eric, next name, please.
From Myler High School, we have Ryan Vasquez.
Good evening, Board President, Mr. Martinez, Board members, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and District Administrators and public viewing audience. My name is Ryan Vasquez. I am ASB President at Myler High School, and it is great to be here with you tonight, reporting the great things that both our schools, Myler and Zupanik High Schools, have done. Myler High School has graduated over 43 students in the first and second quarters of this year. Myler High School also has completed and submitted 62 FAFSA applications for free money for college. 18 of the Myler students have 10 credits or less to graduate and should be graduating by the end of January, which may bring our total to 61 students from Myler High School to graduate. Zupanik High School has graduated over 10 students in the first and second quarters, but also has submitted 24 FAFSA applications for free money for college. Our first girls volleyball team took third place in the Continuation Athletic League, and currently we are practicing to enter our basketball Continuation League. On December 11th, we had a school-wide barbecue honoring the mid-year graduates and saying goodbye to our former board members, Keon Collins. With that said, we are proud to represent our new student board member, Eric Herrera. We have a new noontime activity, open mic, where students could sing and read poetry. We invite our superintendent to come with all his favorite songs for us, and we also would like our principals to sing for us. On December 13th, we conducted a new student orientation for 50 plus students who will be enrolling in Myler High School by Tuesday, January 16, 2018. Schedules will be generated as we speak. Myler High School has submitted the California Green Ribbon application, and we appreciated the award. Today we donated over 150 cans over to Fraser, which is it's a group of people that will donate to the homeless families in our Rialto Unified School District. 30 Myler High School students will be attending the Wolverine Showcase at San Bernardino Valley College on April 18, 2018. 30 students from Zupanik will be attending Norton Simon Museum in February. On February 18, 2018, we will be conducting our school-wide blood drive. And that's about it for now. I would like to invite the Board of Education to come visit our school and see the great things happening at Myler and Zupanik High School. Right now, it's a great time to be a Mustang. Thank you. Have a nice night.
And finally, from Carter High School, Kashmala Ali.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Avila, and also viewing setup. Also, thank you everyone for coming out. I know it's super cold outside. Thank God. And so also happy 2018. And my name is Kashmila Ali, as Eric already said, and I am the AZ president at Carter High School. So going over some of Carter's events, I just want to, I mentioned last time that our cheer team went to regionals to defend their title, and they won first place. So yay! And they will be now defending their title again at Nationals in Las Vegas, which is in February. And they are led by Coach Cannon. And also, our boys and girls basketball programs are tied in the first place positions in our very competitive Citrus Belt League. Our boys basketball is led by Coach Barry, and girls basketball is led by Coach Campbell. And also, moving on, so Carter had a school-wide kindness week in December. And so Kindness Week is super special to me because that was one of my first events that I was in charge of when I was a freshman in ASB. So the thing that I started was, hey, let's make some kindness bracelets. And so we have kindness bracelets that we make out of yarn, and we usually pass them out to all the students around, and to a lot of the students who feel they're not welcomed in the campus. They feel kind of isolated. And also another thing that I started was that we'd write nice notes, like Post-it notes. So, oh, hey, like, oh, you look great today, or have a good day. And we post it on the on some of the windows around school and around the NPR. And usually you see like a bunch of students just grabbing the notes, and it's really great. Finally, also we had on December 7th, we had the Carter Fines Art Department. They held an awesome winter concert. They showcased their flawless musical numbers, which featured chamber choir, midnight tremble, concert choir, and string orchestra. Also, the next day, on December 8th, our speech and debate team had a spectacular student showcase and dinner. And also in the future, speech and debate is also going to be holding their talent show soon. So everyone's really excited about that because talent show, we didn't really have that before. And now it's just becoming a huge thing that everyone's just becoming involved in. Also, this month, Carter's teacher, Dr. Hansen, he was awarded the prestigious Carter Lionheart Award, and our choir teacher, Susan Barnes, was selected as a staff member of the month. And on December 15th, the Carter BSLA hosted a very successful Kwanzaa event where the community came out to celebrate African American culture. And I believe this was their first Kwanzaa event, and they had a pretty great turnout, which is awesome. All right, so upcoming events, we have our Winter Sports Rally, which is January 19th, and I'm super excited about that. Moving on. Okay, so we will, again, January's Speech and Debate is holding the talent show. And February 2nd, we will have our Black History celebration in the assembly of our theater. And February 16th, we are having our winter formal, Love Galore, and we will also be having our freshman orientation day. So one thing about Carter is that our winter dances is something we're always very hesitant about. But seeing the fact that we're becoming more of a community at Carter, we're actually going to go ahead with it and have an awesome dance. I know for sure. Okay. And one more thing that I wanted to say is that I wanted to thank the board. It's been 4 years since this program has been part of the Rialto Unified School District. It's called the Middle College Prep Academy, and I'm fortunate to be a part of it. And I just wanted to thank the board, Dr. D'Souza, Ms. Smith-Azard, and Ms. Silva, and everyone else part of the program who allowed us all to gain the opportunity to have college classes during our high school careers. And hopefully that'll help me be a sophomore during college rather than a freshman. So yay! And that saves a lot of money. And it's just this program. This program has taught me so much. Honestly, one of the things is that I don't have to raise my hand to go to the restroom. Just walk up and go. And I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. But I just want to say I'm really thankful, and also thank you, and run towards the roar. Thank you so much for letting me speak.
Okay, and I love the personalities coming out, even those little blurbs at the end. Okay, number 3, we have California League of Middle School Educator of the Year finalist, Miss Maisha Calloway from Frisbee Middle School. Please join me at the podium. Somebody you see more often than me.
There we go. Doing good. Okay, this comes as a surprise for me, but we'll move forward with this. All right. On December 11th, 2017, Miss Meisha Calloway, teacher at Frisbee Middle School, was among the 12 recipients who earned the 2017 California League of Middle Schools Educator of the Year Award for Region 10. Let's just go ahead and give her an applause right now. This award includes the areas of Inyo, Mono, Riverside, San Bernardino counties, hailed as an inspiring and caring educator. Miss Calloway was nominated by Frisbee Middle School counselor Miss Monique Harris. Just to share some additional information about Miss Calloway before we present her plaque, she was born in Bellflower and moved to the city of Compton. Miss Calloway's family later moved to Rialto, where in 1997 she graduated from Rialto High School. Very nice. At Rialto High School, she was a student leader, active in the Key Club, basketball, and volleyball. After finishing her education, like many Rialto Unified School District products, Miss Calloway decided to come back to her district to serve. She began her career on January 2005 as a teacher at Trapp Elementary School. She taught at the elementary level before transitioning into the secondary school level at Frisbee's Middle School. The current 6th grade math, science, social studies, language arts, and avid Frisbee Middle School teacher has future aspirations to continue to help students and possibly promote into administration. On her spare time, Miss Calloway enjoys reading, playing sports, and beach adventures. Tonight, our Board of Education is honored that Miss Calloway was selected as a finalist for the California League of Middle School Educator of the Year Award for Region 10. Congratulations to Miss Calloway, and keep up the great work serving our students. And on behalf of the Rialto Unified School District, we congratulate Miss Meisha Calloway with this beautiful plaque, honoring her for all the dedication and the hard work that she's done. She more than deserves this. So if you stand right here, we'll take a picture.
And if I can have one with the family.
Absolutely. You're right. Congratulations. Okay, we can have your family up if they're here, and we're going to take a picture. And then if you'd like to share a few words, the mic will be yours.
Yeah, I was like,
Family first. Family first. You want the family first?
And Ms. Watson. We're Ms. Sorry.
Better get up.
Y'all ready, family?
Yes. Live meeting. There we go. And we're going to look at this one. Clear. Thank you.
I'll help you right here. No, you take your time, whatever you need to.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Rialto Unified School District. This was so unexpected as the first award, so I really appreciate our board, Dr. Avila, and all the rest of our staff. I want to say that I'm from Rialto. I decided to come back here. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've had wonderful mentors and principals in this district. Miss Rhea MacGyver was the first person who hired me and basically got me ready for the whole show. So I appreciate her. There's even people here in the room that knew me when I was in high school, and now I get to see them on a daily basis. I just really love my community of Rialto. I'm so excited to be getting this honor tonight, and I also wanted to give a shout out to my student, Eric Paez, who I taught in the 6th grade. He is here. I dropped a tear as soon as he got up. So this is why I do what I do. So I love him. I love all my students, and I'm just excited. Thank you, and everyone have a good night.
Okay, we move into comments. Public comments from the floor. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes. Dr. Avila?
Yes, we have several. We have Armida Everett.
Welcome.
Good evening, board members, and good evening, Eric. I'm a bus driver, and I used to drive Eric, and so over here I have Maria. She's top seniority at the transportation, and I don't know if you guys are aware, I did retire probably the same time as Eric. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and read some concerns, about the transportation. Okay. This is kind of, push it away. Okay. We would like to petition for a third-party human resource team to come and evaluate our department hiring process for both temporary and full-time position, as we are confused, overwhelmed, annoyed, and at times stressed. I say this because there have been several incidents where our assigned work routes have been interrupted with unpredictable and at times unrealistic requests from management due to lack of subs/employees. And I do want to add trips. It conflicts with our trips to cover extra routes. We believe as temporary and full-time bus drivers, if we have a clear-cut standard or merit system for employment that is honored by the district, our workload and environment would be streamlined in a positive, cohesive manner. We do not understand why it is imperative for temps to reapply for the same role to become permanent. It seems if there is a need in the department, the common practice would be to automatically hire with since they understand the culture of the district and have met requirements prior. Consideration doesn't make sense if they are still with us past their 90-day hire date. At that point, it seems management has decided they are fit for the department since they are still with us. Melinda, I didn't get her last name, but I believe it's Vincent? Okay. A current sub has been trying to be permanent for the past 3 years and still has not been hired on. In an uncertain environment, how is there a want and desire of high performance from employees? It would be helpful if there was a merit system of performance to help self-guide the way to permanent roles other than my boss likes me, I got hired. And also I'd like to add, the last time we spoke, I believe it was Carol, our vet. We were promised that Mohammed was to make sure to look into our concerns, and they never did. Also, we were perplexed by district to recommend drivers to our district for employment. I have personally recommended a friend, Delia Coleman, from another district, who was willing to relocate districts to become a driver for Rialto Unified School District. To find out later, she was not called back without any reason. I was embarrassed that I had even asked her to apply due to the lack of professionalism. Juan Ballesteros, a former driver for Rialto Unified School District, just a few weeks ago had shared his story with me which also shows a lack of structural professionalism within our department. His son, Oliver Ballesteros, had applied with Rialto Unified School District and has passed and met all requirements to become a sub-driver. Yet again, they did not hire him without any reason, not even automated brush off as simple as
Excuse
we
me.
did not.
Excuse me, your 3 minutes is up. Do you have a lot longer to go?
No, I'm almost done. Just a couple of more lines.
Okay.
Yet again, did not hire him without any reason, not even an automated brush off as simple as we did not think you were a good fit. We know nepotism is not an issue, as Juana Aguilar's daughter, also Juan Hernandez's daughter, was hired, and I myself worked here with my niece Elizabeth Flores. It would be extremely helpful if there was a better understanding of how hiring is conducted within our department, our district,
I'm gonna have to
wherever
stop you there.
the procedures begin.
I don't know what font
Okay,
you're
thank
using,
you.
but that's
Thank you for your help.
that's quite a bit more. Do we have other bus drivers in
Yes,
the
we
audience?
do. Can you
Please
all
stand up.
all the drivers, please?
Thank you for showing your support. Dr. Avila, if you could look into that. Thank you so much.
We have Desiree Alvarez.
Welcome.
Ms. Joffrey shouldn't have spoken at the last meeting because she didn't turn in her slip by 6:45, but you let her do whatever she wants, including call me a liar. Almost everything I said is verifiable. How do I know how you spend money? I look at the warrant listings on your website. How do I know about your salaries? I look at Transparent California. It's accurate. I've had 5 people test it. I also received a notice from the district I was working for when Transparent California first came out. Some SLPs backdated the IEPs and had parents backdate them too, but the sign-in book will show the gap between the service dates and IEP dates, and it was more than one family. You purposely excluded parents from the November wellness meeting because you know we hate the cupcake rule. That's why there are only 2 parent signatures on that sign-in sheet. I invite you to read the text messages between Ms. Joffrey and me. I wish there was a recording of all our conversations. When I brought up my disappointment in the cupcake rule, she said it was state policy. Rialto's hands were tied. I said I knew of many districts that allow store-bought and homemade treats. She said they were breaking the law. I have an email from the state verifying that the cupcake rule is not state policy. She tried to turn me against my principal, telling me Preston always allowed Halloween when she was a kid. Based on questions my principal asked me, I know she lied to my principal too. I said, you guys don't care about our children? She said, I need to understand you have 29 schools. I said, you guys are marginalizing our families? She said, why do you keep saying you guys? Because she doesn't even want to be associated with the decisions that you guys make. I said, your meals are grossly unhealthy. She said her niece agreed. She also said she didn't want to hear anyone's excuses about why they can't get out of here because she did it. And she referred to me as just a substitute teacher. I informed her I was starting my Families for a Better Rialto School District Facebook page. She encouraged me. She also smirked at me prior to the start of a meeting. Look at the videos. Any PRSA fellow will tell you the Holocaust scandal was not handled well. It wasn't until there was national headlines and death threats that she could even say it was a mistake. She claims she brings in money. My guess is you guys just break even once you pay her $137,000 salary, her staff, and her budget, which is why you've dealt with anger. She's not you. I'm so upset right now. She's an overpaid liar, and she's not even good at it, which is why you deal with parents like me and employees who try to recall you.
I am going to have to stop you if you're going to name names from here on out.
I won't name any more names.
Thank you.
Many districts don't even have a PR person. They just make genuine relationships and hire a crisis team as needed. I informed the union about the backdated IEPs, but they didn't care. They admitted the SLPs are not paid what they're worth, but get 10% more than some districts. The pay scales show that there are many districts that pay more, including San Bernardino. Your SLPs are some of your most skilled staff. They're almost like doctors. Why don't they deserve as much as Ms. Joffrey? This district has the ability to be great, but changes have to be made. I am open to meeting, but I will not meet with anyone who's lied to me, and I will not meet with anyone who's played games with me. And that includes Ms. Joffrey and Mr. Islam. At the end of the day, she's a liar, and she's a sellout.
Thank you. Dr. Avila?
That's all we have.
Okay. Okay, public comments on the agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any item on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We have none.
Okay. Comments from association executive board members? Rialto Education Association, REA? Okay. You got the high sign, they're coming down the hall. Welcome.
Thank you. Lisa Lindbergh, President of the Rialto Education Association, the union. I just want to congratulate Maisha Calloway on her prestigious award. And as always, she presented herself so well. And I'm just so glad her former students are here, and she's a former student. It's just great. And I also want to welcome Eric Herrera.
Thank you.
It was great interviewing you. I was very impressed. I'm glad to have you here. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. CSEA, or California School Employees Association. Okay. If they show up, we'll go ahead and add them to the end of this. Communication Workers of America. CWA, okay. Yes. Okay, please. Glad to have you. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Stephen Gianni. I am the area vice president for substitute teachers in Rialto and in San Bernardino. I'm replacing Ron Fletcher, who did a fantastic job and has chosen to go into a different direction. So I'm learning my position, learning how to work with you folks. Hopefully you will live with my mistakes, because I've already been chewed out several times for other things I've done, but that's nothing unusual. I do make a lot of mistakes. I'm a normal person. But I'm also a graduate of Eisenhower High School. I graduated in 1970. Thank you. I know it was a long time ago, but it was an interesting year. I think the principal at that time was Mr. Keegan.
Yeah.
And I believe there was a vice principal named Mr. Walters or Walter or something like that. Anyway, it was an interesting few years. Because I went to Eisenhower when it was a Eisenhower junior high and high school. Then I went to Frisbee for 1 year, and then went back to Eisenhower High School for the rest of the period. It was an interesting time. And I did wrestle, which was kind of interesting as well, because I'm not a very, well, I needed to work on my wrestling, but it was fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you and welcome. Okay, Rialto School Managers Association, RSMA. Okay. We will hold those open for a little bit. Comments from the superintendent.
Thank you, President Martinez, and this is our second week of 2018, and I want to welcome our eager students, rejuvenated staff, and dedicated parents to the new school year. January is also commemorated as Family Fit Lifestyle Month, Poverty Awareness Month, and one of my favorites, Mentoring Month. I also extend my congratulations to Maisha Calloway for her inspirational speech at the California League of Middle School Teachers Region 10 Awards recognition on December 11th, which I was fortunate to attend. And no matter what level, local, regional, state, or national, it was just wonderful when I am afforded the opportunity to observe our staff members being honored for their great work with our kids. Thank you, Ms. Calloway, for the quality service you provide to our students and for modeling expected instruction for the rest of our staff. Also, I want to congratulate Eric Herrera. Welcome. Look forward to working with you the rest of this school year. And I also want to thank Joseph Williams, our San Bernardino Community College District President, who met with our DSAC students today, spent a couple of hours sharing some amazing and powerful messages related to students having a game plan and taking the initiative to do what it is that they want to achieve, and to never be shy to reach out to adults. So you may have members of DSAC coming to you, staff, reaching out to you as a source, a resource, that may be able to contribute to the goals that they want to reach. So thank you, Mr. Joseph Williams, for your inspirational message to our students earlier today. And I want to thank every administrator and all others who contributed a gift for the annual Children's with Special Needs dinner hosted by Padres Unidos last month. Your generosity reflects the character and goodwill that I want to see in every student and every adult really in the community. Thank you once again for modeling these amazing qualities, and also I was in company of a lot of staff members who joined me at this event, including several of our staff members who were able to make it out that evening. And as we begin the second part of this school year, I also want to thank our staff, our parents, our students who are at the center of the greatness that continues to take place here in our districts. Thank you for everything that you have done. From M&O, facilities, nutrition, fiscal, safety and security, personnel, ed services, and every other department. I want to thank you for the great work that you've done during this first part of the year, and I'm sure that you will continue to do the same quality work during the second half. Site administrators and support staff, and of course our remarkable teachers. And speaking of teachers, I want to especially thank all pre-K through third grade teachers for really taking literacy in our district to new heights, in part via Footsteps to Brilliance and the many adjustments that I have seen in instruction that have been made to enhance the reading skills of our kids. You make me very proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Avila. I'm going to give you a little more chance to gather your thoughts and have a little role modeling here. Looks like 3 board members are probably still working on it. Miss Walker, you look like you're prepared.
Oh, do I? I've got yeah, it's already at the beginning of the year, but tired already. Look, I'm tired because just a lot of things are going on in 2018. I want to be thankful for being able to be here again to start the year with Rialto Unified. 2017 was a great year. I didn't get a chance to say at the last board meeting when we changed over from change to seat for officers how much I learned during that year as a president in this seat. It was really a hard job, and so I applaud Mr. Montez, since I've been on this board, Mr. Montez, Ms. O'Kelly, and yourself for taking that on. I know during this, hopefully we'll see Mr. Viala again at that head, but that year gave me a lot of insight into the work that the Rialto Unified School District does and participates in, the work of the families and the communities, our teachers, our administrators, everything. Just a really kind of in-depth look at what are the possibilities here. And just really what it takes to be a good board member and to be participatory in the decisions and the outcome of this district. So I didn't get to say all of that because I was just like, whoo, that whole good, yeah, pass the gavel. Because the end of the year, and because in my day job, I work in education as well, it's the close of the year before the holidays, so there's so much going on. And then family and all that kind of stuff. But that was something I just really wanted to say, and thank you all for supporting me for that year as well. There's so many obligations as a president, and regardless of just papers to sign, right? All the other expectations that you have, and Dr. Avila for leading a great team of people here, because as the president, being called to sit and be the person to speak or to represent our district in so many different places, I was very proud to represent Rialto. And so the work that you've been doing here and how you've been leading our team with innovation and just, some new things happening, all of our awards that we've received over the last couple of years, it was a great opportunity to say, yeah, I'm from Rialto, it was good. And so as the gavel was passed again for 2018, 2018, yeah, so it'll all be 2018 really. Just wanted to say thank you for all your support. That was my first time in being able to sit in the seat, have to do all of the the activities and duties, but just see what's happening in a real way in our district and what's happening across California and even across the nation in some senses as well. But I think we are on such a great footing now, and nobody's perfect. We're not perfect, but we're trying to get there. And it's only going to get there with the continued involvement of everybody, making sure that we're on the path towards excellence. So I really just wanted to say that. And then that was it. That's why I'm writing my notes. I'm like, this was all pinned up from last time. I was just like, there it is. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to working another year in Rialto.
Thank you. And I must say that the key to any leadership is, leaving it better than you found it. And I can say you definitely did. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Ayala.
Thank you, President Martinez. Originally, I had planned to talk about the students, but I can come back at our next board meeting and pick up where I left off with my thoughts there. And I have some exciting things, but we won't forget what I have on here. But I would like to use my time to talk about our public relations position and not mention any names. And I'm going to use myself as an example. People may not believe this, but I am a little bit on the shy side, and to be in a position where Mr. Martinez is very frightening. I stay away from that position as much as I can. I've been there before, and unfortunately, the time I was president, the Holocaust was occurring, and I wanted to run away from home. But, I also wanted to serve this community, public service. I wanted to help people and clarify things. And I was stumbling. And then we had a superintendent who got himself in a little pickle, and I actually wanted to help him too. But it was very difficult. So I had the community coming down on me for trying to assist. And when you get to know people, your heart goes out to them because you're behind the scenes and you know what's occurring, and you begin to trust people, and so there I was with a situation with the news media. Our district was in the newspaper almost on a daily basis, and then on top of that, many of our staff were being threatened. We had board members, their tires were being flattened. We had superintendents with their lives being threatened. We had our public relations officer, life being threatened. We had our business department, life being threatened. We had to really examine what we were doing. We had to beef up security. And I guess what I'm trying to say, that during these difficult times, you have to have some kind of resource. We're just community members just like you. We just got elected to help out our community. I came from the teaching profession, and I figured I would help, but I wasn't trained for this. Thank goodness we had a public relations department that assisted us and helped us to keep our feet on the ground. I made a recommendation for some employees not to come to our board meetings, stay home, take a vacation. I would feel horrible if somebody got hurt. And they stepped up to the plate and they said, no, our job is to help and assist. And what good would we be if we left the situation when you need our help? So I wanted to share a little of that insight with you. I can't tell you how valuable a large organization. This is the largest employee entity in the city of Rialto. We have 25,000 plus students. We have over 3,000 staff on a daily basis. You can imagine that there's conflict, and you need conflict resolutions. You need people with experience. You need people who are connected to the media. And I'll tell you why. It's not just to make our lives more comfortable. But the reality is, if we move in the wrong direction and use our resources to fight Don Quixote and the windmills, who's going to lose? You know who's going to lose. We can't let that happen. We got to stay focused, even with all these distractions. The Public Relations Department keeps us focused. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few words with you.
Okay, Eric, you've had a little bit of time, so have at it.
I want to thank you guys for saying from congratulating me on being a student board member. It's a great honor, honestly, and to fill in Keon's shoes is beyond me.
Mhm.
So we all didn't hate you. It was experience.
It's encouraging.
But again, I just want to thank my family for being my main supporter. You've been there for me through thick and thin. I appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, that's. Yeah, and all my bus drivers for bringing me to point A to point B.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. It can be as long or short. Well, not as long, but excellent for your first time. You know, there's no real training for this, but your department is under communications again. You are led by that department and the person, the director. It's not an easy task, and you know how hard it is to speak publicly for the first time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so excellent job.
Thank you.
Ms. O'Kelly.
Yes. Well, in light of what others have said, I'd just like to say, you know, I've been in this district a very, very long time. I'm old. And I'm very, very proud to have been a part of this district and still being a part of this district. And Mr. Ayala, we cannot let the past and things that have happened define us, because this is a great district and we have great people here and we are accomplishing great things. So that is the direction we have to look at and not look back at some of the less savory things we've had to go through. I'd also like to just welcome everybody back and say happy 2018. I hope 2018 is our best year yet. I want to welcome Eric.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, and you'll get the hang of this. This was your first night,
Mhm.
so. Now, the word to remember is I.
Okay.
I.
Okay.
That was my fault.
Okay. Well, shortly before Christmas, I had the pleasure of attending Eisenhower's, the Ike Choir's Christmas Spectacular, which is always spectacular. They hold it at Carter High School. And she does 2 performances, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. I went to the evening one, and like it is every year, there was standing room only. They have to ask parents to hold children on their laps and whatever, because this show gets such a huge turnout, and it's worth it. It's my best holiday entertainment. So I want to give a big shout out to Stephanie Chamberlain, who is the Ike Choir director, and as well as Ike principal Scott Sparks and the awesome Ike ASB, because ASB handles all the ticket sales. They do the seating, they do everything. It's very professional, everything runs very smoothly, and it's just a delightful evening. And the other fun thing I did was I attended the Christmas party for Los Niños Especiales at St. Catherine's Church, which was wonderful. We had great food. We got up and danced, and you know we were really going at it there. And but it was great food, great company, and most of all for the kids, there were a ton of presents there. So they had a wonderful evening, and as we all did. So that was a lot of fun. And now we'll see what I'm going to do this month. But thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you, Clerk O'Kelly and Vice President Montez.
Thank you, Board President Mr. Martinez. Well, first of all, I'd like to just say good evening to everybody here tonight. Buenas noches. I want to congratulate Eric Herrera, again.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations to guessing your mom.
Yes.
Mom, your sister.
Yes, this is my sister.
Congratulations to your family. It's a real honor for us to have Eric join us here on this governing board and representing Myler High School. So congrats again, Eric. We know that you will be an awesome addition to this board, and we look forward to working with you and helping you in any way that we can, helping you help us. So thank you. Congrats again to Myler High School for having another representative or finish out the year, actually.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys. Congratulations also again to Mrs. Maisha Calloway from Frisbee Middle School, and congratulations to Frisbee Middle School, period. I know the principal was here, and some of the other staff members from Frisbee. I want to congratulate everyone over there. I think Frisbee's doing an awesome job. We've got a lot of work to do, and we continue to be committed to helping not only Frisbee, but any and all of our schools. And we do know that Frisbee did ask for support and help, so we want to make sure that we continue to support them and help them in any way that we can. So congratulations again to Mrs. Calloway and all of the wonderful people over at Frisbee. I do want to thank the parents of Amigos Unidos. Is that correct? Amigos Unidos is the name, the official name of the parent support group of a group of parents from St. Catherine's Church, mostly parents from Rialto Unified, parents from other surrounding districts that attend St. Catherine's Church in Rialto, for inviting us December 8th of last year to their annual Christmas festival for the children, special education children and their families. It was really nice to see all of the support that was there, all of the parents and their families that were there in attendance, but also to see a lot of the school district staff members there. I think every year I've noticed more and more staff members are attending that festival, and I want to give a big thanks to Dr. Avila and all of the staff members that made it possible to deliver. I thought I was cool walking in with 2 bags of toys. Then Dr. Avila rolls up. He looked like the Grinch who stole Christmas with all the big old bag of toys popping out of his car. And he walked in with like 50 bags of toys. And they were all donated by himself and a lot of the wonderful people here at the district. So thank you, Dr. Avila, for organizing that toy drive, and all of the staff members who made it possible. Every time I came to the district, I saw the gifts growing bigger and bigger there by the tree. So thank you for that, and everyone who was able to help with that toy drive. But you know what? Every year that Christmas festival continues to grow, and those kids and this community is really blessed. Not only was there a lot of toys and gifts, but there was a lot of food. I mean, probably 10-course meals were being served, and we would only get to maybe 3 courses, but the plates just kept coming out, and I thought it was really nice to see some of the wonderful women from nutrition services, for a change, being served, for a change, being fed, because usually they're the ones doing all of the feeding and the serving of the food, and it was nice to see them at a table all together and the role being switched. So thank you for all of the meals that you guys prepare and all of the meals you serve to our children, and it was a real treat for me to see the table switched, and this time the parents and the students were feeding you guys. So that was really nice. I know you guys kind of wanted to get up and go to the kitchen and help, but that was not your guys' jurisdiction right there. So the parents handled it very well. So thank you to the parents and the wonderful group of Amigos Unidos for doing that and organizing that. Saw board members, saw directors and coordinators and all levels of staff there dancing and singing and what's that one thing called to the left, to the right. Someday I'm gonna learn it. I'm the one that's always offbeat and bumping into everybody, but I was trying it, and it was really nice. I know Miss Walker had a lot of fun there. She's a professional dancer, so it was really good. It was a really fun event. So thank you again to everybody that participated, supported, and thanks again to the parents of Amigos Unidos. I want to just let the bus drivers know that we heard you loud and clear. We want you to know that the board here and the leadership here is here for you, and we thank you for getting Eric to and from home every single day, because if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be here. And thank you for all the hard work you do, making sure that all of our children go to and from school safe. And we're here to support you in any way that we can. We hear you loud and clear, and we assure you that we will do whatever we can possible to look into any concerns that you bring forward to us here. So thank you again for coming here tonight. And with that, glad to be back. I just got over winning a very, very, what I felt was a difficult round of boxing with the flu. But I finally, if you guys want to know the remedy, if you're getting a little sick, or if you are sick, if you want to knock it out like I did, TKO, raw garlic. I know it smells, but I not only did I feel like I was dying, I wanted to die from all of the pain and sneezing and coughing and whatnot, and it lasted a really long time. And I wouldn't have been here tonight had I not gotten over it. I got over it just Monday, so I'm good, and just want to remind everybody to be careful with children and the elderly, anybody that might be susceptible to really hard flus, because whatever's going around, for whatever reason it may be, it's no joke. I thought I was a very strong ox, and I looked like a little battered deer for a few days. So I'm through it now, and just make sure I drink a lot of fluids and see your doctor if you have to. And with that, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Montez. It's always difficult being a board member or leading. First of all, I want to thank all our early risers for being here late. The bus drivers, the lunch ladies, nutrition services, excuse me. But anyway, I will leave it there, but I cringe, and I can just imagine what you feel like when somebody says, I want to bring food into the thing, and all of a sudden my concern goes up, because we're a very litigious society. People will sue a deep pocket like Rialto in a heartbeat because their kid was allergic to food dye or peanuts, or they'll get angry at us because they got sick, even if it wasn't the food's fault. But I'm going to leave that topic there. But those are some of the reasons that I personally would not want anybody to bring foods in, even though I believe it is part of state. And the lunch ladies' nutrition would be able to say for sure. But I believe it is part of legislative statute that no foods are supposed to come in. So anyway, if we disagree, we'll have to agree to disagree. On with what I was actually going to tell you. Good news and bad news. Good news is, let's see. Okay, Governor Budget provides additional money for education, but far less than the full and fair funding needed for public schools. We're working on a resolution tonight. Going to hopefully pass it. Secondly, Governor Brown's initial budget proposal fully funds local control funding formula, adds $3.1 billion with a B to Proposition 98 guarantee, and then there's the long spiel about it. Now comes my real concern. I want to first preface it by saying whether you are CalPERS or CalSTRS, as far as I understand, retirements are stable and secure. So don't hear it otherwise. But because of the stability and insecurity that they had in 2008 with our last fiscal crisis, they had to basically say, schools, you have to fund my retirement, everyone else's pre-retirement, by spending more money. And that money is going to triple between now and 2024. I don't know what the mix is. I know that for a private individual, your company, for example, for an employee, you pay their retirement, and they pay their half if they wish to. But part of your employee cost is paying their retirement. And I believe that's equal parts, the individual and the company. If it's the same in school districts, I understand the concern. I understand the concerns of money and where it's going to be. The boards, any board, school board, the first job is to make sure that the district is fiscally sound. Second is to make sure, it depends on the board, but what I've heard is that we have a good education going to our students and to protect everybody. And today it changes. I mean, if we're talking about safety, active shooters or whatever extreme, that will take precedence. But it balances out at number two. Is it public safety, if you will, or is it good education? So those three balance out. This board wants to make sure that our staff is protected job-wise as much as we can. Between now and 2024, we're going to have to really look at things. We're going to have to look at, are we going to cut programs? Are we going to cut staffing? There's all kinds of mixes. When I ran last, I was interviewed by the unions, and I shared my heart, which is protect jobs. I would like to hold to that. That is still my number one concern for our staff, because I believe that as we are tonight or any other day, we stand side by side next to you, elbow to elbow, trying to do the best we can for Rialto Unified and the students and the staff. So I'll let you know more as I learn it. This is out. The concern has been out for a month or two, but the money as of today, the governor's budget, I saw it in the news today. I'm a Twitter hound. So anyway, back to the district business. We have no public hearings, and we have consent calendar items. There it is. All items on the consent calendar will be acted upon in one motion unless pulled by Board of Education members or the superintendent for individual action. We did have a name pulled. I reported that out of, I believe it was J2 I'm looking it up right now. J2.1, we pulled the name of Gloria Suarez. And we also pulled item G3. And that has to do with Carter High School Army Junior Reserve. So we move on with the rest of the agenda. So we are approving consent calendar items E through J. And unless a board member would like something pulled for tacked on separately.
Move to approve items E through J.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Are there any pulls? Okay. Preferential vote by Mr. Herrera, student board member, and the proper response is aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Vote by board members.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous.
Actually, you can say no if you want to.
Or abstain, that's true. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, then we have, we go to page 7, and we go work on items K, discussion action items. Number 1, approve the amendment to annual software license and maintenance for the district's student information system, Synergy by EduPoint Educational Services, LLC, to include Synergy technology development toolset software. The amendment for the annual maintenance and professional development fee will be a total cost of $50,054 to be paid from the general fund. Any discussion? Okay, a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Vote by board members.
Aye.
Number 2, ratify the hourly wage increase for avid tutors to $13 an hour effective January 1st, 2018. Discussion? Motion and second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Vote by board members. Yes?
I was gonna say we have discussion after the vote. I mean, after the first and second.
After the motion, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any discussion?
Yes. we have.
Okay.
Just a question in reference to the actual change in the hourly wage. Are we now at least compatible to the districts surrounding us, or are we above? Can anybody tell me?
Rhonda.
Yes, right now we are in the #1 spot in looking at our surrounding school districts that we have here between San Bernardino and Riverside School District.
Okay, thank you. That was it. Thank you.
Ready to vote? All righty. Okay, vote by board members.
Aye.
Aye. Number 3, adopt resolution number 171836, urging the state legislature to fund California public schools at the national average or higher by the year 2020, and at a level that is equal to or above the average of the top 10 states nationally by 2025, and to maintain at a minimum this level of funding until otherwise decreed. Motion and second, please.
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? Okay, vote by board members.
Aye.
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 Thank you. Okay, number 4, there's something I have to read out, but we should put it on the agenda with a motion and second first.
I'll read the item first.
All righty.
No, read the agenda.
The number 4.
All right, number 4, approve contract for employment with Dr. Darrin Mcduffie for service as lead strategic agent, strategics, congruence, and social justice. Sounds like he needs a cape with that, you know? Prior to vote on this item, consistent with Government Code Section 54953, the board president will orally report a summary of the salary compensation provided under the contract.
I think that covers it.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to read now. If you want to have a motion and a second, so we're covered one way or another.
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Let me read the item. Government Code Section 54953 was amended effective January 1st, 2017 to require the governing board, prior to taking final action on an employment agreement, to orally report a summary of a recommendation for the salaries, salary schedules, or compensation paid in the form of fringe benefits for local agency executives. It is recommended that the board approve an agreement with Dr. Horace Darrin Mcduffie for employment in the new position of lead strategic agent, strategics, congruence, social justice. This is a local agency executive position as defined by law. The term of the proposed agreement is January 16th, 2018 through June 30th of 2020. The agreement specifies that the salary for the remainder of the 2017 school year will be $94,467.03. $94,467.03. This will be augmented with an additional 5% stipend based on his doctorate degree, bringing his total compensation to $99,190. For the 2018 and 19 school year, the lead strategic agent will receive an annual salary of $195,000 with an additional 5% stipend based on his doctorate degree, bringing total compensation to $204,750. There is no automatic salary increase for 2019 or 2020. The lead strategic agent will receive the same health and welfare fringe benefit package afforded to the other certificated management employees. Specifically, the lead strategic agent will receive district-provided benefits at a cost to the district of $14,370.72 annually. In case anyone wanted to know how much our benefits cost, $14,370.72. Other fringe benefits include an automobile allowance of $500 per month, statutory employer contributions toward the California State Teachers Retirement System, paid holidays provided to all regular district employees, 12 days of annual sick leave, 23 days of vacation, exclusive of holidays, and payment by the district of actual and necessary expenses incurred by the lead strategic agent in connection with attendance and or membership in associations or organizations approved by the superintendent. Comments, questions? Are we ready to vote?
Comment. It sounds like a lot of money, especially if you're working for minimum wage. But I just want to pose this question to you. If Bill Gates walked through that door right now, what kind of package would we offer him for the knowledge that he has? If we're going to move this district forward and we're going to move our kids, we have to really shake things up. We need to examine all our resources. We need to look out and recruit. And I will come in with a little report maybe next no more than 3 minutes for this topic in recruiting talent to help us with our kids and prepare them for their future. And so we're investing is what we're doing here. We're not just wasting our resources. So I wanted to comment.
Any other comments, questions, discussion? Okay, we must be ready to vote. We have a motion and a second. Vote by board members.
Aye.
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 Okay, unanimous. Thank you. Number 5, approve the recommendations of the Administrative Hearing Panel, stipulated case number 17-1823, reinstatement of expulsion case number 16-1759. Motion and second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Comments, questions? Okay, vote by board members.
Aye.
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 Okay, unanimous. Thanks. Adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We've got something to read out. Thank you. The Board of Education would like to adjourn this meeting tonight in memory of Miss Connie Zanister, a former teacher and administrator in the Rialto Unified School District. Born in Georgia and raised in Southern California, Miss Zanister passed on New Year's Day at the age of 69. She began as a teacher at Casey Elementary School in 1973. She also worked at Myers and Preston Elementary Schools, and after 32 years of service, she retired as an assistant principal at Casey Elementary School in 2005. Ms. Zanister is survived by her son, Chris, daughter-in-law, Sarah, 2 grandsons, and a sister-in-law, Valerie. A public celebration of life was held for her last Monday. Please join me in a moment of silence for Miss Connie Zanister. Thank you. And on adjournment,
Is there a need to continue closed session at this meeting?
yes, you're right. We cannot adjourn. We have to go back into closed session. So I entertain a motion to go back into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Vote by board members?
Aye.
And back into closed session, then we'll be back just to report out not much of anything, so you really don't need to hang around.
Eric, welcome aboard. Thank you. I love that smile. Wherever you go, you're going to have good things come your way.
Appreciate it.